Good morning. Saying good morning to my face. Saying good morning to my cervical spine. Maybe utilizing some acupressure points from the vagus nerve distribution. Because it feels comforting to have pressure in that way for whatever reason. I always like to give my soft tissues a bit of a smooshing. And I always think of those old like 90s face wash commercials where this girl is just like at her sink, throwing water everywhere, obviously. But it always looked really refreshing, didn't it? Saying good morning to collarbones, to shoulders, to sternum and ribs. And spine, all the vertebrae, the pelvis, this round containing shape, this bowl. In my clinic, we'll call it a bucket because you can pour from it. And I guess you can pour from a bowl too, and bowl probably sounds more graceful. But feeling that space, feeling those bones pushing down into the seat underneath you. Feeling the movement of your breath. As a pleasurable thing. As something that you want to pay attention to because it feels good. To exist inside your physical body in that way, in this moment. Can you take pleasure from your breath? Without apologizing for it. Sometimes I can. And sometimes I really just like feel this. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I get distracted. Often it's when I'm setting up this camera that I am so distracted by my own reflection. And I kept thinking that I needed to make packaged pieces that are ready in and of themselves, lessons. And I still want to. But we are building something together as we do this together, which was the whole point of all of it. So thank you. Everyone. And we just came off of the Devil Workshop. Where we really dealt with our reflections a little bit. And that is challenging physically. Because our reflection exists physically in our body. And we looked at ourselves in a mirror. Just hold it up. Just hold it up. And take in all the details. And study what you're seeing to the extent you can without judgment. Or unhelpful storytelling. There are always stories to tell. There are always stories to tell. It's how we talk to each other. So the stories that help, the stories that nourish, the stories that are true, bring them in. Bring them in. Literally. Use your body and your imagination and bring them in. Bring in those good stories. Bring in those helpful stories. Bring in those nourishing stories. Bring in those stories that are going to let you feel more of what you want to feel and help you move towards something that feels good. We like to move towards freedom. We like to move towards safety. Whatever we believe is good and important, we want to move towards that. So bring in whatever's going to help you lean in that direction. And feel this space and feel this real thing that's happening in your body. And remember that it doesn't have to feel like pleasure right this minute. It might feel like something else. It might feel challenging. It is activating. It is activating the nervous system in some kind of way. What's it doing for yours? Just a question. Just a point of curiosity. Curiosity is how we explore our space, our experience. Curiosity is how we explore each other. And I feel curiosity right through here. And it makes me want to go like, ooh, let me get some of that. And when we talk about heart opening, thank you. This is Elliot. Feel it in your body first. Literally. Feel it. feel it with your hands. Feel it with your bones. Feel it in your movement. Feel it all the way through the sternum. And space in the center. And let it be a feeling, let it be a sensation, let it be a tangible felt experience. Because when we think about heart opening, it is physical first. And if you are physically contracted and guarded and neurologically diminished in this space from non-use or whatever reason, there's only so much capacity there to feel. We got to get that moving. And we got to get it moving in a way that feels good and feels safe and feels like, ooh, I like that. Our hearts feel really vulnerable because that's where we let other people see us. That's where we let other people touch the inside. Which is like the whole point, right? Isn't that the whole point? Is to be able to find some reflection of our experience in the eyes of someone else. We're always looking for validation. We're always looking for that assurance. Company. Support and community. All those things. And we're looking for it so hard, aren't we? Everybody's looking for it somehow. What if it was here? What if it was right here? Just a question. And if you had big feelings during this window of time, take good care of yourself. Remember that this is just an experience that we're creating on purpose within ourselves in order to feel some kind of way. Remember that there's nothing in you that is stronger than you. That's just the math of it. That's the physics of it. There's nothing in you that is stronger than you. So give yourself whatever strength and power and comfort and compassion and grace and patience. Give yourself whatever you need. Anytime. Literally. If you need a hug, give yourself a hug. Give yourself a smoosh. And feel that squishy inner space that is just you. And just say good morning. And we're always breathing. In whatever way feels good. But let your body breathe. And let your body be soft around your breath. And let that inner space move. And if you have questions about this, I'm easy to get in touch with. Thank you for joining me during this window of time. That's it. hope your heart feels good today. Until next time.